So I thought I'd give an update on my pellet stove. I got this about 3 weeks ago. I got it. I was running 2 wood stoves. And you know, when I'm home, it's fine. The wood stove in my room it'll actually burn for about 8 hours and still produce pretty decent amount of heat. But the problems arise with the kids. They play sports, and when we go out of town, the house gets cold. My water lines they'll freeze. So prior to COVID, I would leave a propane furnace running, and I'm a cheap bastard, so I hated doing that because it cost me, $60 worth of propane in a weekend. So I was reading about this pellet stove online, and I decided to get it. So I was going to get it last year prior to AAU basketball, and obviously AAU basketball and all the tournaments associated with it got canceled. So I put it off until Idaho opened up, and I'm able to go back and forth to Lewiston and Nampa and get the kids in tournaments. So I got it. The reason I got it was after going back and forth with Castle. I was told it was really good for solar. I currently have a 48 volt system, 3,000 watts worth of panels, 8 L16 Rolls Surrett 486 amp hour batteries. And so I got it, I hooked it up. I actually been using it for about 3 weeks. That's why the wall's kind of half apart. And so when I turn it on, when you turn the pellet stove on, it has this really cool feature. I'm not going to go through it now. I'll go through it one other day if I'm motivated enough. But I have it set for weekly. I don't know if you can see that. So it'll turn on whenever I want. So I set it for 11 o'clock every day to run from 11 to 11 at night. And right now we're only getting down into, the high teens at night. So it actually does pretty well at keeping the house 2,200 square feet. Keeping it warm. I still have obviously a wood stove in my room. I haven't actually been using it because of this. I've just been kind of letting it get into the 50s at night. But so how this is working is when it first kicks on, it'll suck down about 400 watts for about 13 minutes, and then it'll fire up, and it stays goes back and forth. I don't know, this watt meter is not the greatest watt meter in the world, but it's been on since 11 o'clock this morning, and this is what I'm looking at total, less than half a kilowatt hour, which is pretty good for the amount of heat it's putting out. So I just wanted to update y'all because people are asking me, and I had made a comment about it on the Facebook page, and that's where I'm at with that. Please forgive the wall. Obviously that wall's coming apart. Actually, this weekend I picked up another 60 pieces of tongue and groove so that I can get it to match that wall. That's where the old wood stove was for people that haven't seen the other videos. And I have this really awesome hole in the roof where I pulled through the roof kit out. I'm gonna cut some tongue and groove and fill the hole in. It's gonna look kind of weird, but it is what it is. And then I'll be able to finish all this off after I get that put up. And so with any luck, everything will match. So anyway, for those of you looking for a pellet stove it's pretty solar friendly, I would say this has been pretty good to me. If I had to complain about something, it would be the size of the hopper. It's just not very big. We're talking 40 pounds, which is about maybe 16 hours at a high setting if you're lucky. So presents its problems, but I'll be able to run it 6 hours a day when I'm out of town for a weekend and keep the house from letting keep my pipes from freezing, which is always my biggest issue. So anyway, hope everybody's having a good weekend, and enjoy the outdoors. Talk to you later. Thanks.